Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my contemplative time has been all about understanding our soul and understanding the ego, which is, of course, so much of understanding our life, right? So, of course, wanted to share a few quotes with you, or a couple of quotes, and also help you understand how you may be moving more towards one or the other, and it's always choice. So this quotation that I came across is by Dale Halaway. It's a beautiful quotation which says, strengthening the ego is an unconscious process, but strengthening the soul takes work, consciousness, and dedication. So again, strengthening the ego is an unconscious process, but strengthening the soul takes work, consciousness, and dedication. And this is interesting, right? Because a lot of people who work on ideas of energy medicine, perhaps, when we think about our vibrations, that, when we're in lower vibrations, we're drawing lower vibration things to us. And when we're in a high vibration or positive space, then we draw positive things to us. And that's very true. But remember that to fall into that lower vibration is actually a lot easier than to stay mindfully aware of this higher vibration of energy that comes through us. And higher vibrations of energies can be anything like love, compassion, trust, faith, concern, empathy, sympathy. All of those things fall into higher vibrations. Now, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, but of course I feel that. That's the background energy. And that is our background energy, actually. That is our normal space, that peace, that love, that joy, that excitement, enthusiasm, satisfaction. All of those things is really our normal space. And it gets cluttered with things that are worries or fears or concerns. And so we get into these spaces, and if we are mindfully attentive, we can see it. Now, a lot of times people are hearing news from other people or the news itself, and we hear a lot of lower vibration ideas. So someone has just gone through a relationship breakup, someone has been in some sort of accident, someone does have a concern health-wise, maybe a chronic illness. And we are aware of all of these things, and then we think about them, right? So today I wanted to make sure that we understand again, and I will try to impress this on you regularly, that the thoughts mean just as much as the words and the actions. What we have become very used to is, okay, I won't speak this way to someone because that's not kind, and I see their eyes rolling when I speak that way, and even though they need to hear it, but I'm going to be that good that I'm not going to speak it. A little bit of ego in that, right? That I'm that good. Or I can just talk about them, and I can say, even in my own mind, of, well, they are so unreasonable. They are so not kind. They are so not like me, is what it comes down to, right? They're not like me. And if they were like me, we'd get along great. And this is where we have to catch ourselves, because even thinking these thoughts, which eventually leads us to speaking these thoughts, and then it relates to our actions. I'm just going to avoid them because we just don't speak well together or with each other, and I don't like how they behave. Now, you don't have to behave like they behave because you don't like it, but you can accept it, right? So if there is an energy of acceptance, that creates a lot more healing. That accepting energy takes that dedication and consciousness to focus on, who do I choose to be? Do I choose to be the judgmental ego mind, or do I choose to be the conscious and loving soul? So I thought I'd leave you with that idea, and I wanted to share one more quotation with you, which is by Jana Stanfield. And this quotation says, I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I love this. So again, I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Now, a lot of people, no matter what situation you're in, if you are going through any sort of not easy time, and majority of people in the world are today and have always been, it's not a matter of what you do. Because remember, even if we use that example of someone thinking about, I don't like how this person is acting, I'm doing the thinking that's not helping that energy, right? So that's doing an action of thinking. Sometimes I'm doing all the right things externally. I speak to them nicely, and I'm moving things around nicely around them, and I'm very careful and gentle around them. But in my mind, I'm constantly, I wish they just did this way. And I don't know why they're so difficult. And we're not even paying attention mindfully to our own thinking. This is not an easy thought process for ourselves to be thinking, because that energy is affecting ourselves and then it affects the outside. But we got into this habit of thinking, if I speak kindly and I do kind things and only kind things, then I'm doing everything that I can do. But we aren't, because everything that we can do starts with our thoughts, and we've got it backwards. We start with our actions. I'm doing pretty kind things. I'm speaking pretty kind things, but I'm thinking not very kind things, whether about myself or other people. And so I leave you with that thought today. I hope that today you can spend 5 minutes after this video just thinking about what is on your mind and what are the thoughts. This is not right. This could be better. This person is not good. This is so not right in the world. This is so many things, right? So people can think about finances, people can think about health, people can think about war, we can think about death, we can think about so many things that are lower vibrations, but each of those things can have an energy of, and I feel we're going to do just fine. I feel this person is ill in front of me, but I know I'm here with them. So I'm going to be just really happy that we're together in this time. I know when I'm not here, someone else is with them. And what's even stronger than that is having faith that the right energies are always in a situation to balance things into a really positive space, as long as we can trust and know that no matter what is happening on the external world, there is something great being born. And this awareness helps us see beyond what we might be fearful of seeing when we're watching something. So this is why that whole deer in headlights idea that comes up for people, that when we're watching something that's not so good, whether it's in a movie, whether it's on the news, or whether it's in conversation, we're stuck there. Where we need to or could benefit from being stuck is looking at the things that are good beyond a not good time. So I hope that all makes sense. And of course, I'll be talking a little bit more about this that pertains perhaps even more to healthcare, and how we are taking care of our health will actually be shaped by how we're thinking this way. So I leave you with that thought and spend 5 minutes just to see how you are thinking for 5 minutes. I wish you a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.